Hello everyone, today I'm making homemade butter. It's really easy, but I'll be honest, it's a little time consuming and very messy if you're like me. But all you technically need is heavy whipping cream. Anything else is optional. I'm going to be using Himalayan salt. You can use any kind of herbs or seasonings that you would like to incorporate into it. You're going to want to use the whisk attachment and then put it on a medium to high speed and basically let it go for what feels like your whole entire life. All right, it's going to slowly start getting thicker and thicker, and that's the process of it turning into whipped cream. But that's not the stage we need yet, so keep on trucking on. You're going to want to stop periodically and just scrape down the sides of the mixer just so that way it's incorporating everything. All right, by this stage, it's starting to get a little bit curdly and funky looking, but that's a good sign. That means we're almost to the finish line. Okay, so once you get into the last stage where the butter is separating from the buttermilk, it starts getting extremely messy. So I put on my mixer lid and I continued doing the dishes, not paying attention to my butter. And I came back and realized the liquid was splashing all out of the lid. So I recommend putting a towel underneath your mixer or just on top of it to help prevent a big mess. See, look at my mess. So learn from my mistakes and use that towel. All right, so once the butter is completely separated from the buttermilk, it'll typically be stuck in the whisk, so it makes your job a little easier. But you're just gonna move on over to the sink and you're gonna rinse it with cold water, as cold as your sink will go. And if your sink doesn't get very cold, then you can use an ice bath. But you're going to take chunks of the butter, rinse it off, and then keep like continuously squeezing it. You want to keep squeezing it and try to wring out all of the buttermilk that might be trapped inside of the butter. Because if you don't, it'll make the butter go bad fast. After you do all that, you're going to want to pat dry with a paper towel just to get off any residual water droplets. After you get it all dried off, you can add in more incorporations such as herbs or even taste test it to see if you need more salt. And the possibilities are quite endless with homemade butter. It's super fun. You can turn it into a cool shape. I'm not very talented, so I'm just putting it in a giant stick, wrapping it up in parchment paper, and tossing it in the fridge. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to hit subscribe. That way you get notified for all my future uploads.